Well, as someone who is very concerned with WSH, I would like to begin by commenting that for better WSH, actually the staircase should be provided with a handrail. Well, Dr. Gan Seok Lin, Executive Directors of Workplace Safety and Health Institute, distinguished speakers and guests, industry partners, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. It is indeed a privilege and honor and pleasure for me to be here this afternoon to join all of you at this inaugural WSH Tech Symposium 2017. So this is a platform for the industry and experts, WSH experts, to share and also gain new insights into how we can use technology to improve workplace safety and health outcomes. It is very encouraging that this event has been fully subscribed with more than 400 participants in the audience today, and every one of you, in one way or another, actually are related to WSH. So in a sense that you actually play a very, very important role in spreading and also in implementing the WSH message and measures. So in this regard, I am actually speaking to the right target groups, the experts, the implementers, the influencers, the people who can actually make a difference in protecting the life or the loss of life of your fellow workers. And therefore, I think it is really very timely for me to start the year by speaking to the right group of people so that we can work together to propagate and spread the WSH message, and also to encourage more people to come on board, to embrace WSH as a way of working life in our working environment. Let me start with a quick sharing of our WSH performance last year. So based on the preliminary data, so last year, 2016, 66 workers lost their lives in workplace accidents. And this number, 66, is similar to the number in 2015. So in fact, for the past 2 years, the fatality rate for 100,000 employed persons was stagnated at 1.9. That is the fatality rate for 2016 and 2015. And our target is actually to reduce the fatality rate to below 1.8 per 100,000 employed persons by next year, that's 2018. And we are still not there yet. But even if we have achieved this 1.8 per 100,000 employed persons, we still have a lot more to do, because every incident, every loss of life is one too many. And a death at work means the loss of a loved one at home. And for some families, it could also mean the loss of the sole breadwinner, the person who brings the bread on the table. So we owe it to our workers to keep them safe and healthy so that they can go home and go to work and return home safely and healthily to their families every single working day. And we need to address the current WSH situation together. Therefore, the Ministry of Manpower and WSH Council have been working very closely with various stakeholders and industry partners to improve WSH and also to strengthen the prevention culture in the working environment. Last year, I made myself very busy by personally hosting the monthly CEO Dialogue Series to engage the leaders of different industry groups. So together we discussed safety and health issues in their companies in particular, and also their industry at large, and on how we can together collectively to cultivate a Vision Zero mindset one where all workplace injuries and ill health are preventable. So actually we had a series of CEO dialogues where I personally engaged CEOs of different companies and from the industries to discuss how we can work together to enhance and raise the standards, safety standards in our workplace. So we also reach out to workers directly through the WSH Awareness Booster Campaign, which was also launched last year. So the campaign highlighted the think, look, think, do approach through pictograms to remind workers to be more vigilant of the work surroundings and potential risks, and also to take necessary steps to eliminate risks before they start their work. And for that matter, actually I visited some work sites and also workers' dormitory to talk to the workers, to talk to the management, and at the same time also put up the posters on all those pictograms at the work sites and also at the dormitory, so that the workers, whether they are staying in a dormitory or they're working at the work sites, will have the opportunities of looking at all these pictograms and then try to visualize and to take in the WSH messages and the simple steps to prevent mishaps and accidents, whether it is in the dorm or it is in the work site. But all this are not enough. We need to also go one step further to provide more training so that our workers are trained to have higher awareness and also the competencies to deal with different kinds of worksite risk situations. So training is very important in ensuring that workers are aware of risks at work and know how to protect themselves when they are confronted that kind of situations. And therefore, we have introduced more hands-on components in the training curriculum of workers, for workers, supervisors, and managers. Because managers also play a very important leadership role in helping to spread and implement WSH measures. So we have put in place measures to ensure the quality of training. By 1st July this year, 2017, accredited training providers, or ATPs, are required to attain the ISO standards, and by 2019, all WSH courses will be qualified under the Workforce Skills Qualification, WSQ framework. Quality WSH training for workers also means the need to include innovative curriculum and methodologies to equip workers with up-to-date knowledge and relevant competencies to enhance safety at the workplace. So I had the opportunities to experience this myself in Australia. So I recently led a tripartite study group to visit Australia, and we visited 5 cities within 6 days. So every night we changed hotel, and every day we met with different WSH experts in the different cities to learn about how Australia managed to keep their WSH fatality rate low. So while I was there, I visited the Building Leadership Simulation Center, which is set up in Melbourne. And this center, Building Leadership Simulation Center, is set up by the Masters Builders Association of Victoria. So this is a multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art facilities. And the center uses virtual simulations to create an immersive virtual worksite to target decision-making, problem-solving, and leadership skills. Supervisors and workers learn through this simulation center, learn how to deal with the challenges of a real worksite in a risk-free environment. And frankly speaking, I took part in the simulation exercise there. So while I was at the center, I was transported to a virtual construction site as a site manager. So I had to wear my helmet, wear the harness and all that, and then being transported into the virtual reality, and then started to confront and face many challenges. And confronted by a variety of tasks at the work site, construction site. So interactions and also scenarios, I came to appreciate the challenges, the difficult challenges facing by a site manager in managing the different unexpected situations that could crop up in their daily work. And I was told that all these situations are not, man-made, they are not, artificially created. They are actually real-life situations happening on the work site every day. They just take all these examples, real-life examples, visualize them into a virtual reality so that people like us will go through the virtual training without getting ourselves in a risky environment to experience the risks and the danger faced by the construction workers at the work site. So, and over above the WSH promotion and training, we will also continue to, with our enforcement action, to take errant companies and management to task if they fail to observe even the basic WSH precautions and measures. We had done a lot last year. We conducted more than 10,000 inspections last year, and we will continue to do so. Today, when we look around us, it is very clear that technological advances have a profound impact on revolutionizing businesses and the way that we work. So automation technologies have allowed businesses to do more with less, supporting our transformation into a more productive and a manpower-lean economy. So how can we harness technology to nurture a stronger culture of prevention and also to improve safety and health in the workplace? So this is the questions that we have to ask ourselves right from the beginning of 2017 now. How can we use and embrace technology to make our workplace safer and healthier, not just for ourselves, but also for our workers? And this is where I will want to go into some details of what we at the MOM will do. So besides the use of technology in WSH training, which I have elaborated earlier, let me also highlight two other areas. One is the use of technology in monitoring and evaluation. So many of you would have been familiar with the SNAP and MOM application, which is an online WhatsApp application. This application was developed in 2012. It served as a platform to tap into the power of crowdsourcing. So I hope many of you have downloaded the mobile app into your handphones or smartphones and have been actively using it. And anyone with a smartphone can now easily report unsafe work conditions or practices by submitting a photograph directly to MOM. And over the years, since 2012, we have received more than 5,000 reports and feedback. And these reports accounted for about 40% of all the reports that to MOM on WSH issues. So actually, we have a lot of people who are concerned with WSH who have been constantly providing feedback, sending us photographs to MOM so that we can give advice or cautions or even take enforcement actions against those companies for violating the WSH practices. So having developed the enabling technology platform, so we are now ready to extend the platform for companies to integrate this website into their internal unsafe reporting systems. So in this upgraded version 2 of the SNAP at MOM, companies can customize the application to receive their own employees' reports on unsafe work practices, accidents, and near misses in their workplaces. I want to take this opportunity to assure the companies that these reports, this version 2 of the SNAP at MOM reporting system will not be forwarded to MOM. The moment you download it, you customize it, and then it becomes part of your company's internal unsafe work practices reporting system. And any photographs or feedback submitted by your employees on this customized internal website system will not be forwarded to MOM. So this is for your own safety. This is for your own precautions and protection. So instead, The version 2 SNAP and MOM will be channeled to designated responsible parties in the workplaces to follow up. And the version 2 will also have a performance statistical dashboard that can be customized to the company's unique specifications. It will also allow the companies to track, review, and analyze their safety and health statistics so that effective preventive measures or action plans can be implemented to improve respective companies' safety and health performance. So this version 2 of SNAP and MOM is essentially an out-of-the-box tool that companies can easily adopt to build up a WSH culture where reporting of unsafe acts or near misses are not frowned upon for fear of punishment, but instead to be celebrated so that the work environment can be made safer and healthier for everyone. So version 2 will be released sometimes in the middle of this year. And I encourage companies looking to inculcate greater WSH ownership in your workplaces to register your interests with my MOM colleagues so that you can be the pioneer batch of the users of this version 2 of the SNAP and MOM. Besides this, there are also many other WSH reporting and management systems out there in the market. A local company called TeamView, for example, has developed their own WSH management portal known as iSafe. This online portal is integrated with a desktop and various mobile devices to facilitate entry and processing of internal inspections and investigation findings. This iSafe software also generates analysis reports on site performance that help the company in monitoring and also tracking the safety performance of the individual work sites. So I'm glad to hear that TeamView is also willing to share its application freely with companies which are interested to improve their WSH performance. And we will hear more about this in a sharing later on in the afternoon. I want to take this opportunity too to express my appreciations to very public spirited companies in TeamView to share this iSafe as part of their CSR responsibility with the greater industry and the community. I want to talk about data logging. Data loggers are another good example for how monitoring technology can be used to improve WSH outcomes. Since the mandatory installations of data loggers in mobile planes was announced in 2015, close to 1,000 mobile planes have been installed with these data loggers. This has helped companies such as Boxing Group to review the information collated on a regular basis to improve plane safety and also to enhance the overall management of lifting operations at a work site. Plane supervisors will download the information from the data logger every month, and they will review the parameters collected to spot incidents where overloading of the plane or unauthorized bypass of the plane safety devices were carried out by the plane operators. This would then serve as a guide to plan future lifting operations and to also identify plane operators who may need to be coached or retrained to ensure that they remain vigilant and also safety conscious during the operations of the planes. A deadline to retrofit existing mobile planes with data loggers is only 20 months away from today. So I will urge other companies to not delay anymore. Tap into the co-funding provided by WSH Council and also have your mobile planes fitted with the data loggers to realize the benefits of safe plane operations. The second area where technology can be applied is in developing new work processes and tools to eliminate the risk created by work. A great example of this is PT2, a robot developed by JTC Corporation and Nanyang Technological University with a local startup called AirTech Robotics and Automation. Instead of having two painters using a scissor blade working at 10 meters above the ground to paint the high ceilings of industry buildings, the pitable can now do it with just one human supervisor on the ground and using an optical camera and laser scanner. This machine can do the job of 25% faster than 2 human workers and can even operate in the dark. Because I suppose they have an infrared where they can operate in the dark using laser scanners and all that to accomplish the job. So they can actually do the job there. Another example is the use of collision avoidance systems to prevent work-related traffic accidents within work sites. Using audio and visual alerts, such a system can prevent heavy vehicle drivers with more time to react, and as a result, they can have better control of the vehicles and to prevent a collision with other vehicles or pedestrians. Later during the seminar, Volvo will be sharing with us their active safety system, which makes their trucks more human with a 360-degree scan of its surroundings, and the system will suggest actions to avoid traffic accidents and collisions. So besides giving drivers better control over their surroundings, such a technological solution helps to reduce the risk of accidents with other road users. Before coming to this hall, I was outside just now for about 30 minutes going around visiting the different booths, and I visited the booth set up by Volvo, and I had a first-hand experience and a briefing on how this Volvo's systems and the technology can help driving to become a safer experience for the drivers. And I hope you will pay attention to the presentation by Volvo on how this technology will help your drivers to make sure that the trucks or the heavy vehicles are kept within the lines and kept the distance from the front vehicles, side vehicles, rail vehicles, and also from the pedestrians and the people. And in conclusion, today you stand to gain new insights from our 7 speakers. I will call them the Magnificent 7. The 7 speakers share their experience on the latest cutting-edge technologies applicable across the various sectors at the exhibition booths outside this seminar room. I hope that you also bring back and apply some of these innovations and solutions at your workplaces to better improve the WSH management and performance. And together, let's just embrace and harness technology to push the new frontiers to bring about safer, healthier, and productive workplaces for our workers in the Manpower lean workforce. So I hope this symposium, the first of its kind, focusing on technologies to bring about better and safer working environment in Singapore. So I hope that this symposium can be held annually or regularly for more companies to showcase a WSH improvement through technology. And with that, I will wish all of you a very fruitful session ahead. And then after that, to embrace the technology, apply them, and make your respective workplaces safer and healthier workplace. Not just for yourself, but for your co-workers for the rest of the years. And together we can prevent injuries and ill health at work together. And we're just about 9 or 10 days away from the Chinese New Year. And I want to take this opportunity to wish all of you a prosperous, graceful, productive, and safer year ahead. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.